Hey, well, hello, Human Disease crew. It's Thursday morning, and I just want to drop you a note with some updates. In addition to the videos that I publish on the front end of the week to get you oriented for that week's set of responsibilities, I'll usually also try to follow up with a video like this towards the end of the week, just to give some reminders, give you a little pep talk, and to let you know of due dates and things that are coming up. I know things are crazy. Welcome to the first week. You're doing it. You're doing a great job. A couple of things to keep in mind for this week. You have an introduction video for your classmates, and that's due very soon. So some of you have turned that in. If you haven't, please get that in. That will serve as your attendance for this class. I'm required by law to report attendance, and if you don't post that video, I'll have to count you as non-attending, and then the registrar might kick you out of the class, and nobody needs that stuff. So please pay attention to deadlines, get your introduction video up, and it's not super scary, so take a look at the parameters. There are a couple things I ask of you. Some of you have posted those already. You can see the videos of other folks once you've posted, and please get that in. Kind of second thing on the list is you've got some critical skills due tomorrow night. This week we've got 2 presentations in preparation for some quizzes, and I'm going to ask you to think about the content in a more detailed way. One of the best tools you can do, or one of the best tools that you have available to you, is to take a set of content, think about it a little bit, study it, and then create questions for yourself and for your classmates from that content. That little bit of a switch right there that requires you to think critically about content in order to write questions will be important, and it will give you feedback to help you know that you really do know this stuff. So your critical skills assignment is due Friday night before midnight, and I'm going to ask you essentially to write about 18, excuse me, I'm going to ask you to write 18 questions, 9 from each chunk of content. Last but not least, at the end of this week, week 1, we'll have a quiz, and because we have a goofy Labor Day situation, I will open the quiz a day early on Saturday rather than Sunday, and I'll extend the quiz until Tuesday rather than Monday. So there's a bigger window that will help you hopefully fit that 10-minute quiz into your busy weekend. That quiz will contain 5 questions over the first presentation, 5 questions over the second presentation. You may not use any notes, so this is open brain, not open resource. Please make sure you read the syllabus to avoid any trouble. All the assessments this semester are just you and your brain and the content. Resources may not be used. Please don't get into trouble on that. And then we'll start week 2. So I will get week 2 up and available for you a little bit earlier than normal, so that if you do take the quiz earlier, maybe on Saturday or on Sunday, and you have a little time, you can take a look at what the second week will be like. I think what you'll see is this class is fairly regular, and it will be regimented, and due dates will be regular. That will help, hopefully you plan for it, and it'll fit in your schedule. We'll always have new content, and then we'll have an assessment on the weekend. So those are kind of the 3 things. You've got a video introduction due tonight, you've got critical skills due tomorrow, and then you've got a 10-question quiz sometime over the next, well, it won't open yet, but sometime over those few days on the weekend. Please study hard. If there's content in the presentations, you're responsible for it. So I'm not pulling any punches here. I'm not writing any trick questions. There's nothing crazy like that. And it makes it easy to hear that from a student standpoint, because this is just all the content. The hard part with this class is going to be spending the time to make sure you get a large amount of content in and that you're able to use it. I promise you, you use this material every day as a professional. Have a great Thursday. If you need me, please reach out. I've sent individual emails to all of you. I've heard back from most of you. Please make sure you're checking your emails on a regular basis. We're already in the middle of week 1. We've got a long semester ahead. Please dig in, keep going, and I promise this will pay off.